Hi, welcome back or welcome if you're new. Today's practice is just a nice little floor-based flow. So when you're ready, if you want to pop something comfortable to move in on and come join me on the mat. Great, so we're going to start lying down. So if you bring yourself down to lying on your mat when you're ready, and just let the body settle into the mat. You could have the knees bent, feet on the mat, or you could have the legs stretched away. And we're just going to bring our left hand onto the heart center, right hand to rest on the belly. And just spend a moment drawing the awareness in. Check in and notice how you're feeling within yourself. No judgment or expectation. Just awareness of how you feel in this moment. And let the awareness come to settle on the breath. And just follow the flow of breath in and out of the body. Breathing through the nose as best as you can. Notice the body expanding into the palms and settling with the exhale. Let go of stresses or tensions from the day or week so far. And just give yourself permission to be fully present in this practice. We're going to take the arms out at shoulder height, palms facing down. We'll have the knees bent, feet on the mat. Have the feet a little bit wider than hip distance. And you're just going to let the knees roll down to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale down to the left. So the inhale comes through center, the exhale twists. Letting the knees roll down like windscreen wipers. You can always add the head in, turning the head in the opposite direction to the knees. Great. And then we'll bring the knees back to center. We're just going to draw the right knee in, hug the right thigh in towards the body. The left leg could stay bent, or you could lengthen that left leg away. Maybe giving the right ankle a little bit of a circle one way. And then back the other way. And then we'll pop the right foot down and draw the left knee in, Apanasana. Again, right leg could be bent or lengthened away, hugging that left thigh in towards the body. And maybe giving the ankle that circle one way. And then back the other way. Lovely. And then we'll pop the foot down. We're going to bend both knees, feet on the mat. Have the feet hip distance apart, heels as close to the body as it's comfortable. Now you're going to want enough space above the head to float the arms up and overhead. So you might need to wriggle yourself down your mat if, like me, you are practicing in a smallish room. We'll have our arms resting down by the sides, palms facing down. With your next inhale, we're going to float the arms up and overhead. Exhale to sweep the arms out and round, bringing them back down by the sides. This time, as you inhale and float the arms, we're going to lift the hips, coming up into bridge, floating the arms up and overhead. Exhale, sweep the arms out and round as you bring the hips back down onto the mat. Well, inhale, float the arms up and overhead. This time, as you exhale and sweep the arms out and round, bring the chin to the chest, lift the head, lift the chest. See if you can bring yourself up, lifting the feet, coming into a sneaky Navasana boat pose. We're getting in quickly into the tricky ones. Well done. We're going to inhale, bring the arms up and over. Exhale, round and back. Place the hands down, place the feet down. We're going to push into the hands, push into the feet to lift the hips up towards the ceiling, reverse table. Now with reverse table, it can help to have the fingers turned out a little bit just to help draw the shoulder blades together and lift the chest. Chin could stay tucked in, or you could lift the gaze. Great. Then we'll bring the chin back to the chest, lower the hips back down onto the mat. Nice bend in the knees. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, folding forward. Great. Try and have a bend in the elbows, shoulders down away from the ears. Then we'll take hold of the right foot with the left hand. That right arm is going to come up and over as we lift the right foot, coming up to sitting, turning towards the right hand. Then bring that hand back round, bend the right knee. We're going to come into cow's head pose. Now, if you find cow's head pose is not a comfortable one for your knees or hips, just stay with your legs stretched out in front instead. You could do half cow's head, just with that top leg bent, bringing that right heel towards the left hip. Or you can do full cow's head by bringing the left heel towards the right hip. Great. From here, we're going to pop the right hand down to the side, left arm coming up and over. Find a stretch all the way through the side of the body. We'll come back through center, and then the left hand down, right arm up and over. We'll inhale back through center, coming into cow's head arms, left hand going behind the back, right hand going round to meet it, sitting up nice and tall. You can always use a strap here, hold on to your t-shirt, or if you find it better, bring that right hand onto the left elbow instead, helping to draw that elbow in and back. Now you can stay up nice and tall, or if you like, a little lean forward over that top leg. Try and keep the top elbow lifted. Wonderful. We'll come all the way up to sitting. Release the hands. You're going to pop the hands down in front, rocking forward onto the knees. That left knee is going to come back a little to give you a bit more space. We're going to draw the right knee in, uncross the leg, and then send that right foot up towards the ceiling as we lift the gaze and lift the chest. Imagine that foot is going to go towards the head. Some of you might find the foot does touch the head. Most of you, like me, probably won't. Great. Then we'll draw that knee in round the back and see if you can step the foot through between the hands. So you can wriggle forward, however's best. We're then going to lengthen back, draw the toes towards you, coming back into Hanumanasana. So you might find you need to wriggle the back knee back a little, however's best to come into this stretch. With our next inhale, hands are going to come to prayer, bringing yourself up to upright. We're going to pivot towards the left. So you're turning the left foot towards the right side of the mat, pivoting on the right foot, coming into gate pose. We'll reach the left hand down to the mat, right arm up and over. And then we'll inhale, coming all the way back up. Hands to prayer in front of the heart. We're going to turn the right toes out a little, bend into the right knee, bringing the hips over towards the right foot. So this movement can be as big or as little as you like. You can keep it up a bit higher, or you can lower down into it. Try not to drop into it though, keep the legs active. Lovely. Then we're going to straighten through that leg. We're turning back to the top of the mat. So turn the left foot back round, lift the right toes, coming into Hanumanasana. Nice and slowly, lead with the heart, folding forward. We're going to release the hands down to the mat, bend into the knee, coming forwards into our lunge. Bring the hands together, interlace all but the index fingers. Then we're going to reach the arms up, coming into a crescent lunge. Lift the head, lift the chest. Great. Release the hands. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment in down dog. Maybe give the heels a bit of a walk. Shake the head, nod the head. However feels good to ease out in this pose. Maybe holding still and breathing feels good. We'll lift the gaze towards the top of the mat. We're going to step the right foot to the outside of the right hand, left foot to the outside of the left hand, bend into the knees, coming into Malasana, our yogi squat. Now you can always lift the heels here, you can keep it up a bit higher, however's good for you to come into this squat. Then maybe popping the hands down behind, maybe reaching the hands out in front to sit yourself down onto the mat. Bring the feet back in towards each other, and we're rolling all the way down, coming down to lie on our backs. Palms down by the sides. Take a moment just to rest down. Taking a few nice full breaths. Wonderful. And then we'll inhale, float the arms up and overhead. Exhale, sweep the arms out and round. Inhale, float the arms up, lift the hips, bridge. Exhale, sweep the arms out and round, bring the hips back down onto the mat. Inhale, float the arms up. Chin to chest, lift the head, lift the shoulders, reach towards the top of the mat, coming up into Navasana, our boat pose. We inhale, reach the arms up, round and back with the exhale, pop the feet down, press through the hands. Remember, have that little turn out of the fingers, it can really help with reverse table. Lift the hips towards the ceiling, use the glutes. Remember, chin can stay tucked in. We can lift the gaze. And then chin to chest. Lower the hips back down onto the mat. Right, coming into Paschimottanasana, reach the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. It's always good to have a little bend in the knees for these forward folds. It really helps to target into the belly of the muscle. And we'll take hold of that left foot with the right hand. Reach the left arm up and round, looking towards that left hand. Great. And come all the way back. Bending that left knee, bringing the left heel towards the right hip. We're coming into cow's head. So remember, you can do half cow's head. You can stay with the feet stretched out in front. Or you can come into the full pose by bringing that right heel towards the left hip. We'll pop our left hand down, right arm up and over. Back through center. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Great. Back through center. Right hand is going up and back. Left hand going around to meet it. Or whichever version of the arms you choose to do for cow's head. Remember, no pose looks the same on each person. We adapt to suit our body. If you like, that little fold forward, keeping the elbow lifted. And we'll come all the way back up to sitting. Release the fingers. Pop the hands down in front, rocking forwards. Bring that right knee back a little to give you more space. Left knee draws in, uncross the leg. Send that left foot up towards the ceiling. Lift the gaze, lift the chest. Then we draw that knee in round the back. Step the foot through between the hands. So wriggle around as much as you need to for your Hanumanasana. We're going to draw the hips back, bring the toes towards you. Notice if you drop towards that right hip, try and bring the weight back towards center. Then we're going to walk the hands up towards us, hands to prayer in front of the heart. And we're turning towards the right side of the mat this time. So pivot on that right knee, right foot coming towards the left side of the mat, left toes facing the right side of the mat. We're going to lower the right hand down towards the mat. Left arm up and over. And then we'll inhale up through center, hands to prayer in front of the heart. Turn the left toes out a little, bend into that left knee, bringing the hips towards the left foot. Straighten through that leg, turning back to the top of the mat. Lovely. Then nice and slowly, leading with your heart, folding forward. Hands down to frame the front foot, bend into that knee, coming forward into your lunge. Interlace all but the index fingers, reach the arms up, crescent lunge. Release the hands. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the back knee. Step back, down dog. Great. So again, if you fancy it, you can step forward to Malasana, or this time if you like, we could do a little hop. So good bend in the knees. Lift the gaze. This helps you to hop forwards rather than hop down, if that makes sense. So you're not going to face plant the mat, which nobody wants to do. So a good bend in the knees, gaze lifted, so looking towards where you want to go. And then hop forwards into Malasana. Trying to root through the feet as you lengthen through the spine. Wonderful. Then either hands down behind or hands out in front to sit yourself down. Bring the feet back in towards each other. And then we're rolling all the way down. Once you're down on the mat, draw the knees in. Take hold of the feet or ankles. Happy baby pose. Soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Knees down towards the armpits. Maybe taking a little rock from side to side. If happy baby isn't a great pose for you, you can always just have knees hugged in and having a little rock. Great. Then we'll release the feet. Pop the feet down onto the mat, soles of the feet together, knees rolling out into a reclining cobbler. Hands could rest on your center, they could be out to the sides, or you could take the arms up and overhead, maybe holding onto opposite elbows. And just let the breath settle, and let the body settle. Notice your breathing, slow and steady. And that rise and fall of your center. Expanding into the space and then settling. So if this is all you have time for today, we're going to end the practice here. If you have the luxury of a bit more time though, now would be a great time to go into a full meditation. So either enjoying the quiet and following the breath, or if you pop on my channel you can find lots of guided meditations. If this is where we're ending today, just gently start to bring some movement back into the body. If the arms are up and overhead, bring the arms down. Pop the hands underneath the legs to draw the knees back in towards each other. Maybe giving the knees a nice hug in. Give the spine a little rock. Maybe rocking onto one side and just resting on one side for a moment. And then whenever you're ready, come all the way up to sitting. Find yourself a comfortable seated position. Thank you for joining me in this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you got on in the comments below. Please do subscribe and like the video. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you here again soon. Om Shanti.